In this NBA game, a player from the blue team was driving in for an easy bucket, but the defender tried trapping him and blocking the play. But this dude was way too smart for that. He quickly called over his teammate, baited the defender into getting stuck with the wrong guy, then slid to the side and dropped the smoothest layup ever. Man really outplayed the whole defense. This player deserves a like for that IQ move.
The student to push using all his strength, but the second he raised his arm, the student got up like it was nothing. Then he brought over another student and repeated the exact same test, showing how real biomechanics work. Because if you pay close attention, whenever the coach takes a deep breath and relies only on brute force, his hand doesn't move at all. But the moment he switches to proper body mechanics instead, the lift works every single time, no matter how big or heavy the person is.
These kids thought challenging their moms at soccer practice would be easy, but they were completely wrong. The challenge sounded simple: get past your mom without getting taken down. But the second it started, everything fell apart. One after another, every single kid got shut down hard. Some almost made it through, but the moms were not letting anyone escape. Looks like these boys inherited their competitive energy from the real champions. And today, the moms made that crystal clear. This is exactly why nobody should ever mess with the teacher's favorite student. While the boy was quietly paying attention in class, a group of students suddenly started bothering him non-stop. But things quickly got completely out of control, and the situation became so intense that the professor was forced to reveal his dangerous side right in front of everyone.
One random kick, and this guy's entire life changed overnight. He was working a normal shift at an airport when he casually threw a ball toward a target just for fun. But the shot went in so perfectly, it looked completely unreal. He turned around to check if anyone had seen it happen. That's when he realized somebody had recorded the whole moment. The video quickly blew up online, and after millions watched the insane clip, a real soccer club actually decided to sign him. This little girl can skate nearly 50 kilometers per hour, and this crazy training method is the reason why. At first, it looks like someone is holding her back on purpose, but she's actually doing an intense professional workout. The resistance band around her waist makes every movement much harder, forcing her to generate explosive power with every stride. The goal is to build insane speed, stronger muscles, and next-level acceleration by pushing her body beyond its normal limits on the ice.
This motocross rider stopped for a quick pit stop during the race. But look closely. While one rider was struggling to wipe mud off his helmet visor by hand, the other simply pulled off a thin layer and instantly got a clear view again. That's because motocross riders use special tear-off films on their visors, so whenever mud blocks their vision, they can peel off a layer in seconds and see clearly again.
This guy is basically a real-life John Wick, because he's one of the sneakiest airsoft players you'll ever see. No matter the situation, he somehow always shows up right behind his enemies without them noticing. That insane stealth skill has turned him into one of the top players in the country, but not everyone likes the way he plays, and that's exactly the problem.
Nobody expected this kid to embarrass a pro street dancer. When a street performer challenged a young kid to a dance battle, he was completely sure his smooth and flexible moves would destroy the competition. At first, the kid looked nervous, almost like he regretted stepping in. The dancer kept spinning, twisting, and showing off insane tricks while the crowd watched in shock. But the second people started cheering for the kid, everything changed. Out of nowhere, he pulled off a crazy move that stunned everyone watching. This kid broke his dad's ankles so badly, he's probably grounded for life.
This guy was filming a Christmas TikTok when he suddenly spotted something really strange sitting on top of a building. At first, he thought his eyes were playing tricks on him, but the moment he zoomed in with his camera, he realized it was something he never expected to see. This student didn't believe the self-defense move his coach was teaching him, convinced it would fail the moment a real fight started. So, the coach made a risky decision and told him to test it himself by trying to break through. But the moment he went all out, what happened next shocked everyone watching. Guys, watch carefully and comment below which country do you think wins. This is a World Cup special challenge. One player from each country gets one kick, and the kick that survives the farthest wins the World Cup for that country. Watch till the end and don't forget to drop your prediction in the comments. When a photographer asked Messi to autograph his camera, he never expected it would lead to one of the most unforgettable moments ever recorded on video.
This proves that smart planning will always beat pure speed. When these three painters were given the challenge to finish their walls in the shortest amount of time, the first two jumped in right away, trying to paint as much area as possible and making it look like they were way ahead. But the girl in red chose a completely different approach, taking her time on each section and making sure every inch was painted correctly. As the challenge went on, the other two had to stop and repaint all the spots they missed while she kept moving forward without any mistakes. Step by step, she caught up, passed them both, and secured the win in the end.
This little 4-year-old left everyone shocked after showing off taekwondo moves way beyond her years. While kids her age are usually just beginning with the basics, she was already pulling off advanced techniques that amazed the whole class.
People thought this guy got scammed after spending $100 on an invisible toy car. To prove it was real, then he weighed it on a scale, and it had actual weight. But the real shock came when he put it under a special light and the hidden car finally appeared.
This hat craftsman charges over $5,000 for just one custom-made hat. And when you see the process, it starts to make sense. First, he takes the raw material and carefully shapes it into the exact form he needs, pressing the brim so it stays perfectly flat forever. Then, he smooths out the surface, cleaning every inch before using heat to lock everything in place. At this point, most people would think it's finished, but the most critical part is still coming. Because next, he literally sets the hat on fire, and one small mistake here could ruin the whole thing. Then, after adding the personalized details inside and putting on the final touches, wait until you see the finished result.